Colin, an important thought for today on messaging that breaks through in light of the world of excess information that we're living in. And the message that I'm going to share with you centers on two really, really important points. So it's about 5:30 on Thursday afternoon. I just got off a coaching call with an advisor who we work with. And he was lamenting the fact that he has over 130 messages in the last 2 days. He said he was serious. 130 messages in the last 2 days from companies trying to garner his attention about COVID-19. Some COVID-19 related information and the resources that he needs to look at or review or consider or whatever. And it's amazing to think if that number is even close to accurate, how is what we're sending going to differentiate ourselves? Or how are we going to differentiate ourselves with the stuff that we're pushing out to the clients that we're trying to break through with every day? And so I'm going to answer the question, and there's good news is it's two simple answers. The first one is 80% of what people remember is based on how we say it, not necessarily what we say. Excuse me. So what I'll remind everybody is prepare prior to reaching out to one of your clients. Think about what you're going to say and why you're going to say it to that particular person. And if you have that bit of preparation time for that specific person you're talking to, they will recognize that. They will recognize that by your enthusiasm to share the information and the accuracy in which you're delivering the information. That clarity counts for the 80% that they remember. Remember, 80% is based on how we say something, not what we say. Now, that leaves the last 20%. So if we say something really well, we get to that 20% and we get to deliver really, really good content. If we deliver really, really good content in a crappy way, no one hears anything. So let's make sure we're prepared, get through that 80% so we can let them listen to the 20%, and that's where we'll do our selling. So what do we say with that last 20% once we got them there? Here's the big news. Number one is make sure your client understands the resources your firm has to better that particular person's life. So if you're a wholesaler calling on financial advisors, information about macroeconomic views and client portfolios performance, that stuff has about that much relevance to most advisors. What they really want to know is what resources do you have specifically, or does your firm have that can better their lives or better their clients' lives? That is purely where we need to focus our attention. And if we do that, that 20% would be really valuable. The second thing we want to offer in terms of content is we want to bring to them the things that other folks in their industry are doing to succeed. In other words, they want to hear best practices. There are 2 or 3 things that are happening in your territory right now. If you're a financial advisor, if you're a legal advisor, a tax advisor, if you're a wholesaler, if you're calling into any of these industries, there are 2 or 3 firms right now that are doing a really, really good job of communicating with clients. They're doing a really, really good job of getting things sold. Your job is to figure out what they're doing, how they're doing it, how they're saying it, what resources they're using, and bring that content to the advisors. So when we talk to our advisors, or we talk to our clients, one, make sure what we say is really, really, really valuable. That means resources we have and best practices. But more important than that, we have to be prepared. We have to say things that are well thought out and delivered in a really, really meaningful way. If we get that 80% right, they'll listen to the last 20% and we'll get them moving to where we want. Everyone have a great day.